Hello everyone, in this video tutorial we are going to learn how we can host our web application on Heroku. Previously we built a Maven stack or Man stack. You can do the same for that, okay, along with GraphQL. This is the project we made previously. We are going to host the same project. If you have different project, the way is same, so you can still follow this tutorial. And if you want to learn about Maven stack, then this video tutorial series, actually this video is more about GraphQL. You can learn a lot about GraphQL and Maven stack, how can set up with Maven stack and GraphQL. Okay, before hosting your application, you want to make sure that you host your database somewhere on the online. If you are using MongoDB, you can do the same as mine. Okay, so I am using MongoDB for my database. Here, just in MongoDB website, you can just search for MongoDB, mongodb.com. From here, sign up and log in. Once you sign up and log in, you just find this project option. From this projects option, create a new project, set a name for your project, Maven stack GraphQL. Next, add members, set permission owners. Actually let's keep it all default as well. And once you create a project, just wait until it's finished. Okay, once you create your project, you see here is a option all the project you have. I already created 4 project. If you are using it for the first time, you may create only one project. Okay, from here just build a database. Here you have an option for free. You see shared, you can host your database, MongoDB database, for free. Okay, so let's see. Make sure you select a region that is free, and make sure you choose your closest region. Create cluster. Once you create cluster, it says new cluster take between 1 to 3 minutes for provision, so wait 1 to 3 minutes. On the left side you have a option for security. Just click on this network access. In here, add IP address, add current IP address. The IP address of this machine is this one. That means only my machine can access this database. Okay, add another IP addresses. This one is for allow access from anywhere. This one, actually this database can be accessible from anywhere. If you are using AWS S3 or some others VPS services, then you can use only that IP address. Okay, and here you have an option for database access. Add user, add new database user. From here, set a username. For me, I'll set it Sion, password Sion, and here make everything default. Add users. Okay, once you add your users, once again go to databases. From here, actually our cluster is not created it, so wait until it is finished. Okay, here once your cluster is been created successfully, then what you can do is you can just go to connect. From here you can connect by MongoDB shell or Compass, but I'm going to use it for my application, so just click on it and copy this link. Okay, and go to Visual Studio Code. From here I am using .env file, so I am going to store it in here as well. And here you see there is an option for password. I am going to change it to Sion. Actually I am just making a variable of Mongo URI. Mongo underscore URI is equal the the URL we copied from here. Okay, and this is password I previously made on. I actually don't need this one right now. Save it and go to your index.js where you connect your MongoDB database. Here you see I just use process.env.mongo_URI. This variable is from this .env, and make sure you install it .env by npm. Just run the command npm install .env. Once you install it .env, you have to import it at the very top like this. Okay, require.env.config, path is this. You can set your custom path. I set my custom path in config folder .env. Okay, here actually we don't need this .env file in our Heroku app. Just for checking purpose I am just doing it. Okay, open the folder where you have made your project. This is my folder. This is server, and in server we have all Node.js code. From here open your terminal or command prompt or PowerShell, whichever terminal you are using. Run the command npm run backend. Okay, I am using Nodemon and I made a script that is backend. Okay, this is the script I made, backend Nodemon index.js. I installed Nodemon as dev dependency. To install it on dev dependency, you just need to run the command npm install Nodemon --save -dev. Okay, and you see it is running successfully. Let's run our client. So I am going to open another tab. You can open another terminal or command prompt. Change directory to on step backward, cd to client directory, npm run serve. This is the way you have to run your Vue.js application. It will take few seconds to run. Just wait. Okay, Vue.js is running successfully on port number 8080. So let's try it out. This is my Vue.js application on port number 8080. Okay, let's enter a club name FC Barcelona and league will be La Liga. Submit. Okay, you see the club has been added. We can delete and update as well. Actually, let's try another one. Real Madrid, La Liga. Submit. Let's update this Real Madrid. It's updated. I actually want to show you this app is working successfully on my local host. So let's host it on our server or Heroku. Okay, first of all search for Heroku. Okay, from here you have to sign up and log in. I already signed up. Now I have to log in. I actually set a extra layer of security, so I need to use this validation. In your case you don't need this. Okay, once you log in successfully with Heroku, then you will have a option for creating new app. I actually created those apps previously. If you are using it for the first time, you won't see those apps. Okay, so let's create a new app. Set a name of your app. You can set anything that should be available. You see Maven Stack GraphQL is available, and you can choose the region between United States and Europe. I will stick with United States and create app. Just wait. Okay, it's been created. Now the very next thing what you have to do is you have to install Heroku CLI. Let me show you the process of installing Heroku CLI. If you are using Mac OS, then you have to use this brew. If you are using Windows, then you can use install 64-bit or 34-bit. If you are using Ubuntu, then you have to install with this command. You must have Snap Package Manager. If you don't have Snap Package Manager, just search for install Snap on Ubuntu. If you search with this, then installing Snap on Ubuntu, the first link you will get from Snapcraft. Accept. Okay, here there is two simple command to install Snap. Actually I already installed Snap, so I don't need to install once again. Okay, go to server folder and open your terminal or command prompt, whichever you are using, and from Heroku, once you have installed Heroku CLI successfully, then you should be able to log in Heroku login. It will take you to a login page. Actually you have to press enter to go to that page. It will take you to login page to authenticate your user. Just login, press login once again. It will automatically log in and authenticate us. Okay, close this tab which we don't need now. Now it's saying logged in as MD Sion, that means login successfully. Now you must have Git in order to host this application. If you don't have Git, then you can install it. If you are using Windows, you will have download for Windows. This is the simple command you have to run: sudo apt get install git. Okay, I already have Git on my system, so let's use it. At first you have to initialize your Git repository, so just run this command git init. It will initialize empty Git repository. Let's create a file with name of git ignore. So in your server folder, let's create a file with name of git ignore. In git ignore, we are going to include all the files and folder which is not required. Okay, here we don't need this node underscore modules, so just / node underscore modules. Use the command npm git add. It will add all the file except the one file which is node modules. Okay, once you do this, next you have to run a command git commit. Instead of m, you have to use am for hosting on Heroku. Initial commit. Okay, now you have to run this command Heroku git remote. You have to set a remote repository. So let me paste it. To paste anything on Linux terminal, you have to press Ctrl+Shift+V. For Windows, you have to press only Ctrl and V. Next you have to paste this command git push Heroku master. Actually let me show you which branch we are using. Git branch. We have only one branch of master, and your branch must need to be a default branch, otherwise this will not work. Let's use the command git push Heroku master. It will synchronize all of our code from local local files to our Heroku. So it will take all the files, or it will upload all the files and folders we have on our local system to Heroku. Our application is now deployed. Now how we can check our application? To check our application, you can just click on open app. You can see some kind of error, application error. To see any kind of error, you need to run this command, Heroku logs tail. It will show some kind of error with database, I guess. Okay, it is showing .env not found. Actually, let's uninstall it. npm uninstall .env, and let me make it comment. So where is this .env? This is inside index folder from our server folder, that means root folder. Okay, just go to index folder. Let me comment this line. We don't need this .env anymore. Change it. Git add git am remove .env. Once again, git push Heroku master, name of your branch. Okay, it's pushing up. Every time you change any code, you have to do one thing, that is go to more, restart all dynos. You have to restart your application. In this way, this will affect on our application. So once again, you see the application error. Once again, check it out, what kind of error we have. We may have a database error. So let's try it out. Actually, yes, we have database error. Is saying Mongo's error, the URI parameters, open URI not found. Actually, let me solve it. How we can solve this Mongo's error? To solve it, just go to the .env file previously we made. We have a URL which we got from MongoDB Atlas. From here on our application, just go to settings. In settings, you see there is an option for config vars. Here in default vars, we have to use a key of mongo underscore URI, the same key we used to connect our MongoDB. So let me check it out. We used mongo underscore URI, the same key we need to paste here, and the value will be this. Okay, add this, and this should work, I guess. Let me once again restart all dynos, and this application should not have any errors anymore. Let's try it out. Open app. Okay, there is no error showing up here, but we don't have any route in Git. Actually, we have all route in GraphQL. Here we found our graphical tool. If you just make it false from here, if you just make it false, this graphical tool, you can see this graphical tool. For production app, I recommend you to do that. Okay, now the very next thing, actually our backend is deployed successfully. The very next thing we need to do is we need to host our front end. To host our front end, we are going to use Netlify. Okay, just use Netlify. Here from Netlify, login. If you don't have any account on Netlify, create one and login. Let me go to github.com. At first we are going to host our front end in here, so let's create a new repository. Your repositories, from here let's create a new repository. The name will be GraphQL Vue.js frontend. Create repository. Once you created this repository successfully, then just Ctrl C for getting out of this terminal. Change directory to client, and now you have to build your Vue.js app. To build it, you have to run the command. Actually, let me show you which command you need to run. To build it, you need to run the command. Just go to readme.md. to build it, you see npm run build, npm run build. Okay, building for production. Okay, from Netlify you see there is another option, new site from Git. We are going to connect our GitHub. Okay, authorize Netlify. You are being redirected. Okay, it's saying authorized all repositories. Yes, I want all repositories. Okay, I got access of my all repositories of GitHub. Now I can access all the repositories, but we haven't pushed any repositories yet, so let me push it. Next we need to run a command, git add. I have to add all the file. Actually, let me show you our git ignore file. It may have this build dist folder, so we don't want to. Okay, we want to host that dist folder as well, so git rm, just remove all the cache from our git rf cache dot. Okay, git add commit for production, build version for production. Now we need to push it to GitHub. To push it to GitHub, we need to run these three command. This one first, git remote add, Ctrl Shift V. Actually, before pushing our repository to GitHub, we need to do one more thing. Just go to settings, go to settings. From here you have a option. Actually, I think it is in developer setting. We need to create a personal access token. From here, generate a new token. This will be valid for 7 days, not 7 days. I actually want it for 1 day. Actually, after this tutorial I am going to delete it. Temp token, and I am going to give permission to all the permission. Okay, generate token. The token is been generated. Let me copy this token. Okay, next you have to push it to GitHub. Git push origin u. Actually, this should be first u
origin master is our default branch, so username will be the, if you are using Windows you may need to authenticate every time you push. Okay, Control Shift V, the password will be the token which we created earlier. Once you pushed it successfully, then you can just reload it. Okay, here we have a dist folder, and this is our Vue.js project. So once again go to Netlify, and the name of our project is GraphQL Vue.js. Just search for GraphQL Vue.js frontend. This is the project we want. The branch will be master branch. At first let's try it out. Deploy site, it's deploying. Publish directory. Okay, you see site deploy in progress. Okay, it's been deployed successfully. Now this is the URL. If you just click on it, it is successfully, okay, it's successfully going. So let's add a club, FC Barcelona, league will be La Liga. Submit it. It's not working, it will not work. Actually we are sending it with localhost. Our app is successfully hosted, but there is some problem. Just go to source folder. We created a config folder and we made a keys as value. So actually we need to paste this URL from Heroku. This is our application URL. Let me copy Heroku application URL. We need to paste it here. Every time we made a request, we need to use this URL instead of localhost. Okay, once again let me go to the component. Let me show you. This is host name, and we are going to use it in here as well. Actually let me show you. Wherever we are fetching data in mutation, here we are fetching data with host name. In query we are also fetching data with host name, and the host name, this variable has a value of the URL where we hosted our backend. Okay, this is where we hosted our backend / GraphQL. All the requests will be made in this one single endpoint. This is the main theory of GraphQL. Okay, we changed our front end, so we need to make another commit, git add. Actually at first add everything, commit m changed endpoint. This time you can just do like this, git push. You don't have to use origin. Username is the lesson, and the password is the token we used, personal access token. Copy this and paste it here as well. Okay, it pasted. Once again reload the page, and from actually we are going to change our URL. It's look weird. So domain setting, domain management, here you have a options, edit site name. You can change your site name, GraphQL Vue.js app. Okay, save it. Okay, now your website URL looks better. Click on this link. You see it is fetching the right data now. if you want to click on, if you want to add one more club, let's add it. Add PSG league is Ligue 1. Submit. Okay, it's added PSG. Okay, that means it's working perfectly. We hosted our Maven stack along with GraphQL successfully. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe.